So I've been joined by Alexander Moiseenko, who's just defeated Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're after yesterday's painful defeat.
Yeah, yesterday was really painful.
But you've come back in style. So let's go through this game. Well, Maxime always plays the Grunfeld, it seems.
Yes.
So, and have you played this Queen A4 check before?
Yes, I played Queen A4 check before in some games, and I want to say big thanks to my assistant and coach in this tournament. It's Alexander Zubarev. He was here, and we are made a good preparation. And Bishop B5 was his analysis and his idea.
Okay, well let's get to that position.
Yeah.
So this is all pretty standard, and well, we saw in our database that Maxime has actually had exactly this.
Yeah, it was a game with Rager. Okay, so take, knight c6, and now Bishop b5. It's the idea of Alexander Zubarev. He analyzes this variation, and it works very good today. So a6, bishop e2, b5, yes, one of the main lines, d5, and now, like by computer, is principle is to take knight a5, queen b4, and take on a1, and now knight c4, and it's very interesting position.
You're playing like a report.
Yeah, but
not exactly.
Yeah, but it was a preparation. It's a big difference. It's
but also it's a very typical Grunfeld.
Yeah, it's typical, but in this position, bishop on b7 is not so good. I take, so I can play, for example, rook b1, and rook b8 impossible because of bishop a7 or something like that.
Okay,
and here is yes, a lot of interesting lines.
So the other one we can play bishop f4.
Yeah. It's not easy to play.
Okay, and so the bishop has to go back. All right, that's already quite painful.
Yeah. So he also have f5, but it's completely another story.
Okay.
So it was
right,
home analysis.
We won't ask you to reveal your analysis, but okay, I can see it's a very dangerous compensation, of course, opposite.
Yeah, that was a key idea of bishop b5 in this position. So
okay, so instead of this, he played knight e5.
Yeah, it's more like I think he tried to avoid. But he played very quickly. He tried to avoid probably so complicated lines. But after knight d4, I think it's already, again, this pawn on a6, b5 is, and bishop on b7. My plan is to play a4, and his pawn on a6 became very weak. And I control the center. It's not easy. He can play knight g4, for example. Bishop g4, queen g4, f3, queen d7, a4. So from it's unpleasant position for black. And
yeah. Well, in a sense, we had something rather similar in the game.
Yeah, but it's maybe a bit better version for me. a4, knight c4, a takes b4. Here bishop d4. Bishop d4, knight d2 is not working, I think.
Okay, let's just see that. Bishop d4.
Yeah, some idea. Bishop d4, bishop knight d2. Now, I think queen b2. Take. And b takes a4, a6. And now, bishop is hanging, knight is hanging. For example, bishop takes a6. Bishop takes a6, rook cb8, and now white have bishop f1. Nice trick.
Okay. Very nice.
So he.
Okay, so instead he just recaptured.
Yeah, he take, I take, and here is
Okay, so what happens on bishop takes? He played rook takes, but what about bishop takes?
I think it was better for him
to take like this.
Yes.
So were you going to take this? How are you going to play here?
Knight b5, I think.
Knight b5.
Yes.
Okay.
And queen.
So.
And take and queen takes.
Take and queen takes.
But here is dark square bishop is more important for me than white square, because in the game I was with the dark square bishop. It was better. Here, okay, it's extra pawn, but I think it's like plus equal. So.
Feels like
yes,
black has greater drawing chances.
Yeah. I think it's more chances to make a draw.
E6 or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Are there any tactics there?
And if I take with the queen on b5, he takes my queen.
So takes.
Knight e3. F takes e3. Oh, here also.
Yeah.
Have a square for the knight on d4.
Yeah. We looked a little bit at this, and okay, it looks very strange, but maybe it's not so bad for white. It's still a little dangerous, actually.
It's still dangerous
Even
because
this can sometimes be a problem.
Yes, maybe also is possible option. But anyway, it was better defense for him.
Yeah. Okay, so in the game, that's all by the by. In the game, he took with the rook.
Yeah, now it's clear advantage for me. For example, bishop a6, rook a1.
Oh, rook a1.
Yes, and if takes, check, bishop f8, bishop h6 with mate.
Fair enough. We were only looking at queen here, but okay, rook a1 is obviously better. Yeah.
Yes, it's for sure better. Queen b7, so queen a4. Yes. Now again, position is quite unpleasant for him, and he decided to change,
to exchange this bishop off. Yeah. I mean, this is such a committal decision.
Yes.
I think he was a very brave man to do this.
Yeah.
Maybe, well, brave is one way of putting it.
yes.
Because you can play forever now, can't you? And
yeah, for example, yes. Here I have a lot of options. For example, queen d2, it takes d5, bishop f6, queen d6, e5, queen f8. Also, it's advantage, but I was not sure how I can break, but it's advantage. Yeah, because bishop on f6 is it. So nice.
But you went for bishop a1?
Yes, he takes b4, queen b2. For example, if I will play rook d1, it's always time to make a mistake. D takes e4.
Okay.
Queen d2 is I should play d4 and f3. Yes, it was my idea because his pawn on d4 is very weak and his king is very weak. So.
And this keeps his bishop.
Yes, I want to take this pawn without exchange. If I will take this pawn with queens and rooks, it's winning.
Okay, so this is the game continuation.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's highly unpleasant for black.
Yeah, it's very unpleasant because all the time I have this. Yes, f5. He tried to open. He takes f5. Here, if he will take on f3, bishop f3. I think g takes f3. Check on e3. King g2. Check on e2. King g3. Check on e5. And now I have king h3. queen takes f5 and king g2. He have no check on e2. He can check on c2 only, and after king g3 is checks is finished. And rook on d8 is hanging.
Okay, that's important to realize.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay, it's an important line. There's a lot of calculation.
A lot of calculation. That's why I think about e takes f5. Because also interesting to take with a rook, but he can take instead of e takes f5. E takes f5, I think it's correct. Because if rook d4, queen d4, he have king f7. And already, I think it's a lot of chances to make a draw. Because I do not take a pawn, and it's
okay, so
e takes
see the
f5
game.
is good. Yes, rook d6, check. Bishop d5, check. Rook d8, queen g3 important. I keep f3 square, also rook e1 somehow, and here yes, queen bishop f7. And I play queen f2 because its position after g takes f5. Yes, here g takes f5. Bishop d4. I think it's completely winning because black have a very weak king, and this pin on d file is not so important. I can always play rook d2, bishop e3, and it's with queens and rooks, its position is winning, I think.
Yeah, I was trying to defend this against Yannick, and it wasn't very pleasant for black.
All times the
horrible.
chess, yes,
absolutely horrible. Yeah.
And the main KO position, because it's a king position, because my king is very well protected, and the black king is very weak.
Okay, so the game.
Yeah, bishop d3.
And that's a nice move.
Yeah.
Just absolutely solid, because, I mean, we should point out that whenever black pushes this pawn, of course, it leaves this diagonal fatally weak, so this looks like a...
It's also very nice trick d3. If queen d2 is queen b2 is a mistake.
Queen b2?
Yeah,
because have I made a mistake?
Queen d4 check.
Ah, okay.
Rook d4, bishop d4 and d2.
I've managed to mess up.
That's
okay, so after this you play queen d2 first.
Oh, queen h4.
Queen h4?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
That's an important moment, because in any position you can make a mistake, yes, and I can. Yeah. I'm glad my mistake was so instructive. Yeah, but it's very interesting, because queen b2 is so logic, and after queen d4 check, it can be miracle escape for the black. But here, after queen h4, it just made.
Yeah. Okay.
So he played queen f4. I repeat, because I had time pressure, not big, but. And bishop b2, now I have an idea to rook e4, and he can hold this pawn. G3, okay, this last move, and queen b6, all pieces are attacking, and g6.
And g6. Okay, yeah. That's a decisive move. That was a very clean game, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was the main KO of the game. I think it's a very good preparation, and again I want to say big thanks to my assistant, because it was his idea to play bishop b5.
And just name your assistant again.
Zubarev, Alexander.
Alexander Zubarev. We should give him a round of applause over there. But no, it was a very nice game. So who do you play in the last round?
Etienne Bacro.
Okay, well, there are no easy games in this tournament, but, well, looking at the tournament standings, well, you still have a decent chance for first place. It's possible.
We will see.
Okay, it's wide open.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But listen, thank you very much for joining us. That was great. Okay, we'll take a break there.